crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
The penetrator. Come on, look, because I always went the farthest into the target, goddammit. Libya, Tunisia, Lebanon. It was me, pal. I was always first in, last out.
This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to. But it's vulnerable out in the open.
Its blood was on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
I finally did it. I blew the speakers in my headphones.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
So I guess I'm going to be ordering a new set of headphones since they're doing nothing but constantly crackling. Yay!
Good on you, Lucky. Good on you.
It's Friday. Yeah, we're at the end of the week. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Lukey. With me today, we have three wonderful content creators. Ryan, Roger, Athe. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. It's great to be here, Loki. It's great to have these fine people here with us in the chat, all you lurkers out there, as well as fellow guests, Arwen and Dave Bob. So I hope you're doing well.
It's great to see you and great to hear cackling every time you talk. Thank you, headphones. Dave Bob, what is up? The Rooster Dave Bob, ladies and gentlemen. What are you doing, brother?
Oh, nothing much. Just kind of hanging out here, wondering what I'm doing up so damn early.
That's my fault. It's my fault. It's always my fault. Unlike Frosk, I take responsibility for things instead of blaming everyone else. Fucking cunt. Arwen Avalon, good morning. The lady, the myth, the legend. Arwen Avalon, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, y'all. I'm fine, except Dave Bob. I know what the hell you're doing up that early. You're crowing at 4 a.m. across from my house with your damn harem. That's what you're doing. I'm like, Dave Bob, shut up. I'm hearing you. I'm trying to sleep. Tell time. Learn to tell time. Oh my God. You're everywhere around this neighborhood this morning.
And they don't stop.
No, they don't. They don't. I'm like, God. So yeah, I've been woke up at 4. And when you wake up and you're awake and you try to go back to sleep, you sit there worrying about going back to sleep because you're like, okay, I really need to get some sleep. But if I go back to bed, like really asleep, then by the time I got to get up in a few hours, I'm going to be groggy and my day's going to be gone. So I laid in bed and wrestled with that for about 2 hours and then finally dozed back. And now I'm like, God, give me the coffee. But I'm fine. I'm here. It's Friday. I'm so glad it's Friday. It's been a long
Yes. Yes. Apollome's Minion says, hello, everybody. Good morning, Apollome's Minion. How are you? Hope you are doing well. It is Friday. Hope you're driving safe. Driving safe around this great United States. Cycle Rub 9 with $5 super chat says, today I'm going to be second driver whilst their car is in the shop later. Dude, you take care. Drive safe. Be excellent. Have an excellent day, brother. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat, brother. Sorry you can't stay. But be safe. Be safe. Drive safe. Speaking of safe, let's get to the first topic of conversation. Charges have been brought to Alec Baldwin and Hannah Gutierrez-Reed for involuntary manslaughter after the shooting of Helena Hutchins during the Rust incident. That happened almost, 13, 14 months ago?
Over a year, or right at a year.
15 months ago.
Yeah.
So it happened in October because me, Mike, and Nick were in Dallas when that happened. Absolutely crazy. A lot of stuff they're going to have to go over. A lot of facts they're going to have to go over. Like, why were there live rounds? Why were there live rounds on the set? Why were they shooting cans in the back? She was supposed to be, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed was supposed to be, oh, cool. He can stay. Thank you. Psycho Dorp 9. Hannah Gutierrez-Reed was supposed to be responsible. She says that she did not authorize any live rounds, yet there were reports that they were out back during breaks and lunchtime shooting cans behind the set. There was problems with the crew, the camera crew. There were walk-offs because of safety issues. This was the third live round to be discharged on the set.
Aren't they blaming the supplier, saying that there were live rounds mixed with the dummy rounds and they didn't know and blah blah blah?
That's right. So
what they're saying at this point?
They're blaming the supplier. Now here's the thing: when you get these dummy blanks, okay, there's a hole in the side of the cartridge, not the bullet, but the cartridge. There's a little hole, and you can look at that hole and you can shake the bullet, because this is all designed to look real. So it's supposed to look like you have a bullet in the gun, because you can look at a revolver and you can see if it's empty or if it's got a bullet in it. So you've got basically fake rounds that go inside.
Yeah, they're not even blank. They're just basically a inert round.
Yes,
looks like a real one.
They've had the gunpowder drained out of them, and they'll have a BB in them, so that you can shake the bullet and you can hear the BB, and it's a blank. It's a false round. You're supposed to do that every single time you load the gun.
So whoever loaded the gun,
which was Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, yes, only the armor loads the weapons.
Okay, so it's not like she has a crew and she assigns, you load these weapons like a props master. She alone is responsible for loading these weapons.
She was the prop master too. So she wasn't just the armorer. She had two jobs. Okay. Yeah, she was also the prop master. So she had two jobs, and she had emailed the producers telling them, I've got my hands full here. I can't keep doing this. You guys have me doing two jobs.
Yeah, and those are big jobs. Those are massive jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Right. She said that she was pushed to her limit, and that she was afraid something might happen. Now, this is an email that was sent before. This was before the first shooting, or before the shooting, but after the first accidental discharge. Oh, there was an accidental discharge on set before this happened. This is one of the reasons why the crew that was dismissed had complained and said they were going to protest. So you've got members of the crew. This is people that work with props. This is people that fetch. These are people that work the cameras. Mm-hmm. This was all over this production. They said, number one, we don't feel safe. Number two, we're having to drive an hour and a half every day here and then back after working a 16-hour day. So after working a 16-hour day, we've got to drive an hour and a half back to our homes and then go to sleep, get a couple of hours sleep, and then do an hour and a half back when you said we would be on set. And they said no. All Alec Baldwin had to do was pull his fucking American Express out and pay for the rooms for these people to stay, and he didn't do it.
Oh, goodness me, that's not a good thing to do.
Yeah, I used to drive an hour and a half to 2 hours one way, 5 days a week for about 2 years. That shit sucks. It does wear on your body especially if you get home late around midnight and then you got to turn around and be back up wherever you need to be at 6, 7 in the morning. It will wear on you. It really will. Now, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just really quick. Let me answer this. Yes, you would, but you wouldn't know if all the rounds were empty. So you'd have to take each round out and shake it and check it. So you've got 6 rounds in a revolver. Go ahead, Arwen.
I was just going to say, I was thinking about how this compared with the Brandon Lee case back when Brandon Lee got shot. And that case actually, that really was the freak accident. From what I understand, there were all blanks in that gun, and it was the gunpowder, I believe, that ignited one of them, and he got killed with a fragment. It was not a live round. It was the gunpowder sparked something in one of the blanks. Again, it was really a freak accident, but that case alone still led to stronger gun safety protocols on set.
That's right.
Because accidents can happen. Mm-hmm. But the more I look into this, and I was telling them backstage, y'all, you know, look, I am no Alec Baldwin fan. I think he is a big blowhard. I just do not care for the man. But I'm like, with social media and everybody immediately takes sides, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want to really look into this case because I don't care if I don't like the guy. If he's not culpable, he's not culpable. Let's look at the facts. And we're so quick to form opinions without looking at evidence now. But the more evidence and reading I see, y'all, this is a shit show. This should not have happened.
No,
from
absolutely
the armor
not.
to him to, you know, the live rounds being shot, you know, at cans. And where is the gun safety? Where is the gun management? Where are all the protocols that were set in place from the freak Brandon Lee shooting to this? Where is all that? It just wasn't there. And this never, ever, 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 ever should have happened.
No,
not the way it shook out. Not the way it shook out.
But overall, he's the producer and he's responsible for all that stuff that's going on.
Yeah. And now, okay, I didn't realize she was armor and props master.
Yes.
Y'all, those are major, major jobs.
And this was only your second time as an armor. This was her second movie as an armor.
Never should have been put on one person. That's crazy insane. That's like saying, okay, you're going to be the CEO and you're going to sit here and you're going to work 16-hour days, but you're also going to be, president over here of this and work 16-hour days, and you're going to combine them both into one day. It's insane. And it should not happen.
Corners were cut in the making of this film, I believe it was.
Oh,
right.
yeah. They were trying to do it on a shoestring for sure.
And it just goes to show, folks, that if you cut corners and if you break rules, this is the price that must be paid as a result. It's a damn shame.
Yeah.
But will Alec Baldwin be held accountable for this? Now, I think he will be, but you never know in this day and age, folks. I mean, justice is supposed to be blind, but I think we all know deep down that it's peeking one eye out, if you know what I mean. So it is an injustice, and hopefully justice will prevail in this matter. The Gutierrez lady is definitely going to be thrown under the bus for obvious reasons, but in regards to Alec Baldwin, I don't know. I really don't.
Well, he's even throwing his assistant director under the bus for handing him the gun.
Yes.
I'm like, look, if that's all the assistant director did was get the gun and walk up and give it to him, if that is proper protocol, then I say the assistant director is not culpable. However, if the armor, like in other words, who is responsible for getting the weapon to the actor? Is it supposed to go directly from the armor to the actor? It's sort of like, evidence, crime evidence on a crime scene. They have a list of custody. Thank you. Chain of custody. What is the chain of custody of that weapon?
Okay.
And are there checks and balances along the way?
Someone brought up just a minute ago, one of you brought up the money, the budget. This was a free movie. It was made with tax credit from the United States government. What? So they received, I think it was like $1.7 million, something like that, to do the movie. It was all paid with tax credit. Nothing came out of nothing was supposed to come out of Baldwin's pocket. This was a free movie that was being made with tax credit from the U.S. government.
Okay.
Which is why they didn't want to spend any money on it, because it's a free movie. They had told the crews that they would put them up at because this is a big ranch, so we'll put you up here at the ranch, so you don't got to drive back and forth. And then they didn't do that, and the crew just said, "Well, we're gonna protest this because of the safety issues we've had, and the armor is responsible for giving the weapon to the actor." That is true, and that's not what happened either.
Oh, okay, so okay. That's what I was curious about. All right.
Because they multitasked it. So when she handed the gun, she told the assistant director cold gun, which means it does not have anything in it that can fire, which means it doesn't have blanks in it. It doesn't have, it's got the hollowed out shells with the bullets, and that's it. Nothing that can go boom.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So she's saying cold gun, nothing in it, dead gun, blah, 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 gives it to the assistant director. He trots it over to Baldwin, who
said cold gun, who hands it to him and says cold gun, which means there's nothing in it that can go boom.
And Baldwin took his word for it.
That's right.
Which you should never do, folks. If you're given a gun, treat it like a gun.
They were standing outside, and what they wanted was a shot of him fanning the pistol.
Oh.
Okay.
And that's what he did. He was practicing in front of the camera. This is what you want, fanning the pistol, and it went off. And it shot her. It hit the assistant director in the shoulder, who has turned state's evidence and agreed to cooperate with the law for a plea deal, and charged Alec Baldwin and Hannah Gutierrez-Reed.
I don't know. At this point, studios may need to just pony up some money. I know this would be expensive, but whoever has a firearm on set, whatever performer is going to be using one, they need to have a dedicated crew, trot over. And if they got to take 2 hours and do it, they got to take 2 hours and do it. But you come in, you're assigned your gun, and right there and then the armored says, okay, check, check, check. Gun's good. You double check it. Boom, you're good to go. You go off and you take your place on set. That should happen for every single firearm.
Now, what Alec Baldwin, this is going to be Alec Baldwin's defense, because they're already kind of teasing what he's going to say. So what he's going to say is, and this goes against what he said on TV during his television interview after the shooting. He said, I've worked in Hollywood for decades. I've never had a problem. I've worked with guns almost my entire career. I've never had an issue like this. What their defense is going to be is Alec Baldwin is not an armor. He is not a professional concerning firearms. He trusted that the armorer, whose job it is to check these weapons and make sure that it's checked and make sure there's not a live round in it, was doing their job when he was handed the firearm. It's not my fault. It's somebody else's fault. That's exactly the defense they're going to use, is that he's not an expert on firearms, even though he went on television and said, I've been in Hollywood for decades.
His own words could be used against him.
And that's exactly what everybody's saying right now, is your words are going to come back to bite you in the ass. You should have never gone on TV.
Yeah.
Not a strong defense at all.
Yeah, because if you've been around guns and you know all your career and experience, and you're the producer and an actor in your own film, okay, you hire the armor, but don't you have a responsibility yourself for safety protocol? And Sensei brought up a good point. If you are an actor and you are hired on a set to handle firearms, do they not supply gun training? If they don't, then that shit needs to be mandatory for every. I know I would want, if I was hired to hold a firearm on a set, I don't care if it has blanks. You better damn give me some training on it so I could check my own weapon. I get it. The armor, there's professionals to do that. But, you know, shit malfunctions around me, y'all. When it's any kind of tech, gun is a form of tech. I would want to check that myself.
And Man Squatch,
sure, you know?
Man Squatch brings up a great point. Sean Connery in Hunt for Red October says, Ryan, some things in here don't react too well to bullets. Yes, yes, absolutely. I can quote that because, yes, I used to do. I want to sound like Sean. Some things in here don't react too well to bullets.
I got a lisp as a result of imitating Sean Connery.
This is bad, but every time I hear Sean Connery now, instead of thinking of, you know, James Bond and all those things, I think of those crazy SNL skits, the Jeopardy skits. Did y'all ever see those?
Yes.
Oh, Trebek, your mother and me. That's all I can think of now. I'm sorry, anyway.
Well, I personally think, ladies and gentlemen, that Peter Griffin would be a safer producer for a show than Alec Baldwin. And that guy is crazy.
Yeah, that's a good point. He was a producer and a director. Actor. He was wearing a lot of hats.
That's right.
But he wasn't, you know, producer has a role, actor has a role. So again, you've got two checks and balances here. If you got one person doing that, then when you're a producer, okay, this is what you do. Then as an actor, then this is what you do. And those safety protocols he should have done twice in that moment, but he wasn't. And it's like, okay, 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter and 1 is enhanced because of a firearm. I don't know the laws in New Mexico, so I don't know how that differs as far as the sentencing. And, you know, I got to look that up, but it doesn't sound good.
So Psychodorf 9, you can, I'm absolutely positive you could create a prop that could never fire a bullet. I'm 99. Yeah, you make a metal, you make a pistol.
All you got to do is take the damn firing pin out.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to do that. I want something barrel plugged. That you can't. I mean, yeah, there's stuff where you can look down the barrel, but the shadow can travel down as long as you got something there that would prevent it from firing, and you just do a little spot welding and weld blank rounds that look real into the revolver.
Well, what they can do, I mean, in this day and age, they can make something that's not even really a firearm. All they have to do is just, build it up as a prop. And I mean, it will look exactly the same and everything else, but there would be absolutely no way it could be fired.
At this point, it would be really expensive, probably, but you just think at this point, just make all the shots digital. You know what I'm saying? Just do it all computer.
Well, the biggest problem with the digital stuff is they got to time it exactly right, to where when they pull the trigger, the flash comes out at the exact right time and everything, and that takes a lot. But I mean, it can be done.
Tiger Order 9 says I could make a non-firing weapon. Yeah. I mean, you just make it. You have the props team make it. Now, whether anybody in Hollywood has the skill anymore to do something like that because they completely rely on CG now, well,
yeah.
But you know what? I wish them luck. God help them. I wish them both luck, because you're looking at 18 months. So there's been all kinds of wild speculation about how much time will serve. 18 months.
Even if he does get convicted, it'll be at the club fed, and it'll probably just be a slap on the wrist, and he'll get, some kind of reduced sentence and whatever.
If he doesn't get probation, yeah.
Well, one of the counts that these being charged on has a mandatory 5 years. It's mandatory 5 years. It's the firearm one, if I read that right. So if he is convicted under that count, mandatory 5 years.
But they can do all kinds of stuff with that. They can let him out after,
I mean, that's true.
Months,
they could put in on good behavior
or whatever.
I don't know if they could do a suspended 5 years. I mean, that is true. That's a good point. But I was like, damn, the prosecution is like, no, we're moving ahead with this. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. It's just a tragedy that could have been avoided, I think, altogether.
That's right.
Lessons only seem to be learned, folks, when there's a tragedy, which I think is a weakness of the human condition, unfortunately. We only seem to learn when someone loses their life.
Stitch Cafe, good morning. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while. It says if Martha Stewart went to prison, so can Alec Baldwin.
I mean, yeah, he could end up in prison. He really could.
Yeah. Do you think before we move on to another topic, do you think he deserves to go to prison for this?
Absolutely. You got to be responsible for your actions. You got to be accountable. Accountability is sorely lacking in this country today.
Yeah, and from what I've read so far, again, when they start trial, I'm going to be following it. But from what I've read so far, yes, I think he was culpable. I really do.
And I would have to agree with what Dave, Bob, and Arwen has said. Someone has lost their life. The people who made that possible have to be punished one way or the other.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that this was something that was easily preventable. I think they were pushing everyone on set to get it done as fast as possible. Whether or not that was for Alec Baldwin to pocket what was left over, whether that was, I don't want to spend one penny on this film. I just want to use the tax break that the U.S. government is giving us to make the film. Whatever it was, these people were rushed. They were pushed to the limit of their abilities. That includes Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, who was just starting out and should not have had 2 jobs like this.
Yeah.
But ultimately, she loaded that weapon, and she has to be responsible for loading that weapon.
This was not a freak accident. And his behavior handling that firearm alone was not, that was not gun protocol. That was him just goofing off and being funny, and somebody lost their life over it. So
yeah, you don't point a gun at people, even if you think the gun's empty. There are basic gun protocols that were not followed.
Yeah, the first one is don't point a gun at something you don't want to destroy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I understand, well, you're making a movie, Loki. Yeah, and pointing a gun at a camera, I understand that. That's what he was asked to do, but that gun still has the capability of firing a real bullet. So you tell them, hey, scoot over a little bit or something, and then you do it, and they go and look at the film and go, all right, that's great. Whatever it is that she asked him to do.
Yeah.
They're any of these weapons can kill someone. So that's what you always have to remember. And when you don't care, when you rush, that's when accidents happen. Right. I learned that when I was like fucking 12 years old from Chris Farley. Ooh. When you rush, that's when accidents happen, man. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think that was oh my God, whatever movie it was, where he's the break guy's son. Luke, I am your father. Good.
God. Oh no.
Oh, so really quick, we're not going to spend too much time on this because the other one I really want to get into. But Mark Hamill is done playing the Joker.
Okay.
He's done. He's like, you know what? Kevin's gone. My Tommy boy. Thank you, Keely Chow. Yes, it's Tommy boy. Tommy. Dad. There's a lot of people that go to college for 8 years. Yeah, they're called doctors. Oh
my God.
I've just been standing upside down smoking a bong. Yes. Lots of people go to school for 9 years. Yeah, they're called doctors. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh my God. I loved him. But he's done. Kevin Conroy or Mark Hamill's done. He said, I don't have a Batman anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to be Batman.
Yeah, I can respect that.
So we've talked about it before that there were times they would call him and be like, we'd love you to play the Joker. And his first question every single time is Kevin Batman. And if they said yes, he was in. If they said no, he was like, find somebody else.
I can understand that. I can definitely understand that, especially when you build up a respect and rapport and you just, that association is just there. And it's like, nope, it's not going to be the same. It's not. Yeah, I can get that.
Well, looking from a more cynical perspective, because I was saying this backstage, either to myself or to Loki, because sometimes I do talk to myself. Mark Hamill made that statement, and then I said to myself, $5 million later, will he make the same decision? Yes, it's a very cynical point of view, folks, but he could. If enough money was offered to him, he could take the role. You never know.
Yeah, sometimes money does talk. I guess it just depends on your convictions versus how badly you need it versus does that matter?
Yeah. And also, at what point in life you are. I mean, if as you get older, money is not quite as important as it once was.
True. Yes, very true. And it's nice to see everyone in the chat. I only have one tab up, but it's great to see everyone.
I'm shocked that Mark wouldn't jump at the chance to play a pregnant Joker.
Oh, goodness me.
God, pregnant Joker.
In the Happy Dinosaur 8000. Fat guy in a little coat. Fat guy in a little coat.
God. Oh man.
What did you do?
I'm dead. I need more coffee.
They drove a dump truck of cash up to my house. I'm not made of stone. What was I supposed to do? You want mint for pillow? You jerky? Yes. Steamer and waffles. I come inside. You know, play with weenie. What the hell? Mint for pillow.
Mint for pillow.
God, I miss them. You know, there are tapes. So there are tapes. I've got one of the tapes somewhere.
Mhm.
And it's oh god damn it. Hold on, let me pull up. It's Adam Sandler, Chris Farley, and the other one, David Spade. All they were like in like a shitty motel, and they were just going at the jokes.
God, those
And it was something that came out. I've still got the cassette. I saved the cassette. It's like Chris Farley and Friends is what I wrote on it. So I have no idea what the hell it's called. But they're sitting there in this hotel, and they're literally like coming up with skits and shit for stuff they were doing. So they're literally in the creative process, and they're laughing their asses off. They're coming up with all of this crazy shit. And it's like, dude, that is so freaking cool that they all traveled together. They all did the comedy circuits together. It was just absolute funny shit. The stuff they were coming up with. So.
You get three brilliant comedians with a gift for improv, and it's just it's gonna be an all-nighter.
Well, they just feed off of each other, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right.
Oh God, yeah. Now we're quoting it. Any Yankees? Oh, there's a pretty girl down there.
Yankees, Dixies, or Callies, folks. Take your pick.
No Dixies. It's the wrong age to say that now. People get the wrong idea. She's a Dixie. Oh, one of those.
Oh.
No, thank you. It's ma'am. Nope.
Entirely different meaning.
Gives a whole new meaning to Dixieland.
God. God.
Ironcaster has some movie recommendations. Shoot, brother. You know,
Is it Sharks on the Corn? Sharknado? Something with sharks?
Her name is Dixie. Dixie Normus.
Dixie Normus.
Oh, beautiful, Mr. Tickle Trunk. Thank you. That was so funny back then. What the hell happened? I don't know. Chris Rock too. He was all of them. Adam Sandler, David Spade, Chris Rock, Chris Farley. Yeah. So.
I mean, look at the time we're in, and look at the time back then too. Comedy is under fire like it's never been before.
Well, everybody is so damn butthurt over anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, you can't tell a joke anymore without offending one group or another. And I mean, that's what comedy's all about. It's 90% of the time it's offensive.
Yes, and exactly. And it's not just that people get offended. It's that then they go on these activist rampages to get everyone to cancel you for one off-center joke. Well, yeah, like you said, comedy is based on things to get us to laugh about ourselves. That's the whole point. It's irreverent to everyone. And it takes you out of that moment. And if you can laugh at yourself, then you can, you don't take things so damn seriously. But, oh yeah, okay, they'll laugh at all this, but oh my God, you say one bad joke about me or one bad joke about, this group or this group, then oh my God, you must be canceled. You're evil. I remember Eddie Murphy's stand up.
Oh yeah.
And his, pull over, woo. I mean, he was nailing everyone and we all laughed. Because, there's a little grain of truth in some of those stereotypes. Hence, that's why they're stereotypes. But we can laugh at ourselves and we can laugh at everyone else and we can realize how, fucked up we all are. And it's okay. It's worth laughing at. Don't take things so seriously. You can't do that now. You can't. Jesus Christ. They're trying to cancel people buying freaking Hogwarts Legacy before it even drops. Because J.K. Rowling is, and it's like, stop with the activism for 5 seconds. Just let people laugh. Let people play their video games what they want. Let people enjoy life, y'all. It's not that deep.
It's funny you mentioned that because the next topic we were moving on to is, of course, Frosk and Adam Sessler. Now, Adam Sessler basically said, no, you don't get to enjoy games. No, you don't get to enjoy any of this. If you're a gamer, you're an instant Yahtzee.
He's
so you don't
totally
get to
gone off the deep end.
Yeah, he's gone mad.
But before we get there, I have to tell Ironcaster, I just recently heard a rumor that Kevin Costner is going to go back to the role that made him great. This should be especially important for you, Ironcaster, because this film will be featuring Kevin Costner, Ray Liotta, James Earl Jones, Amy Madigan, Gabby Hoffman in Field of Sharks. If you build it, we will eat you. The sequel to the wonderful 1989 film Field of Dreams.
I want to hear that joke man squatch put up there. A Brit, a Norse god, and a Southern belle and a rooster walk into a bar.
Yeah, how'd that turn out?
I want to know how I went into a bar. How did I get here?
Oh, did it, Joker? Did I miss your super? Did I miss your super, buddy? I'm scrolling back. I'm looking for it. Was there a super or was it a member?
I can't see it.
I can't see it at all. I can't see it.
Talk about channel suppression, folks.
There's only one. There's only been one super chat from Psychodorf 9, $5. That was it. Oh no! Holy shit! Wow. Okay, it wasn't on my right. That's so weird. It didn't pull up on my live chat on the right, but I've got it in StreamYard. Okay. All right, Joker. I'm so sorry. Joker Boys, $5 super chat. Finally, everyone, a Joker story where I'm not preggers. Mark Hamill is retiring his voice, eh? Hey, James Gunn, call me. Hashtag keep talking.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much, brother. Sorry I missed that. I can't believe I missed that. It didn't come up on my right side of the panel, though. It's not up here.
A lot of strange things happening. I remember when I was doing one of my episodes of reality-based Loki, and there was actually comment suppression on YouTube. The comments I could see on StreamYard that I could not see on YouTube. It really annoyed me. But please continue.
Yeah, there was a time here last week, I believe it was. If you did all caps, it wouldn't show up. It wouldn't even put it into the chat. Kind of weird, and it went away after about a few minutes.
Dances with Sharks. Chumani Tutanka. Go watch Shark. Chumani Tutanka. Go watch Shark. Do the Indians have a word for sharks? I don't think so.
I'll say this about Costner. He is kicking some ass in Yellowstone. Oh my God, that man was born to play that role. I was never one of these women who thought, oh, Kevin Costner, you so sexy. No, I appreciated his work as an actor, but he never sent me that way. It just whatever. Okay, it's Kevin Costner. He is so good though in this role. He has embodied this character. If y'all haven't seen Yellowstone, go check it out because I'm not kidding. It is worth a watch.
I can't get that Empire Records song out of my head. I'm hearing Arwen in my ears saying, "Oh, Rexy, you're so sexy."
Stop.
Does Yellowstone have any sharks?
No. He could probably afford to ship some in if you'd like. Stick them in the
lesser
streams.
land sharks trying to steal your land.
Land shark. Candy Graham. Land shark.
On Magtech Mags with a $2 super chat, she says, "Happy Friday, Valhalla. Loki, a little toxic femininity." Yes!
Mag.
Just for you, Mags. Score!
Oh!
Yeah, I need a new set of headphones. That was so annoying.
Hi, Mags.
You need
Good
some more
morning,
toxic
Max.
femme too.
Yes.
You need at least one more good. Although you've almost ruined Conan for me, Loki. you know in your intro when he's getting that spiel.
You must crush your enemies.
Okay, all I can think of now for some reason is the scene in Three Amigos where Chevy Chase's Dusty Bottoms, where they've all been captured by El Guapo. And he's trying, it's his birthday party, and they think he's part of the group, and he's trying to pretend like he's, one of the hombres there. And he's like, yes, he's like, oh, I don't remember you. Well, we all did all this stuff together, and we crushed the village, and we raped the horses, and we rode off on the women. That's all I can think of now is that scene where he's like trying to convince them he's one of them.
The lamentations of the women.
So now I see Conan, I think of freaking Dusty Bottoms from the Three Amigos. Thank you, Loki.
Oh my god.
Yeah, doesn't have the same effect it used to. So we got to have one more toxic femme.
Jeez. Speaking of toxic femininity, we are looking for a lady to join us on the comic book roundtable. If you would like an opportunity to be a part of the comic book roundtable, send me a message on Twitter or email me at stone_loki.com. So
nice.
You what the horses and women? Arwen has some interesting hobbies.
Yep.
I didn't say it. That was Dusty Bottoms.
To crush the women, to hear the lamentations of the horses.
Exactly. Yeah, class. I like these guys. These are funny guys.
Since you left, Batman have come to the country. They raped the land and pillaged the women. Wow, those are some evil guys. God help us.
My.
I'm sorry, y'all. I love Three Amigos.
Yeah.
And that's all I think of. And now Cheech and Chong. Okay, Conan. Now I've got freaking Three Amigos and Cheech and Chong. So it's kind of offsetting the, oh my God, look at his abs and his really big sword. No, I'm hearing them in my voice, and it just kind of kills the mood.
Crumb. I barely talk in this movie. I've never prayed to you. I don't have the tongue for it. I don't have the tongue for it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh, so Frosk is out. She out of the gaming industry. She's blaming men, and Sessler thinks that all gamers are ists, obes, and Yahtzees with no peepees and
Macropeens.
Gamers are the most unintelligent species on the planet. Let's see.
I love me some gamers. I do.
Mm.
Gamers they are some of the most intelligent people I've ever met. And I mean that honestly. They really are. Especially competitive gamers. Let me tell you, they know their shit.
Oh yeah. Sessler was quoted as saying, "All y'all's a bunch of fucking uneducated, socially deficient narcissists with no ambition."
Mm-hmm.
Has she ever met one? I mean, really?
Oh no, this is Sessler. This isn't Frosk.
Oh, I thought it was Frosk. I'm like, what
This
in the
is-
world?
yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like projection to me, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Really does.
Frosk just doesn't want to take any responsibility for anything. It's always somebody, you know. It's not fair. Nothing's fair.
I think I just figured out why some women have a problem with gamers.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and again, I'm talking in general. I'm sure, you know, there are some out there that may not be like this, but most of the gamers that I met, they don't give two shits about couching the truth. They will tell you how it is. They will tell you what they really think about things.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And a lot of women have I'll use myself for an example. Sometimes I'm like, well, wow, that was loaded with 2 barrels. You really are telling me what you think, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we like things kind of couched and in kind of soft, flowery language. And
shoot, man, you listen to that back channel language when they're playing games.
Tell us how it is. Tell us how it is. We ask for the truth. We want the truth. We want to know how things really are.
Mm-hmm.
Deep down, that's what it's about. And gamers, they are very open with their truth and what they think. That's a good thing. We need more of that today. And I think some of, you know, I think like Frosk, I don't know her personally, but I'm just assuming, no, she's one of these women that, you know, wants to hear what she wants to hear. She has a worldview. And if you don't line up with that worldview, well, then you must be wrong. She's painted herself in her little circle of right. And anybody beyond that circle, well, my God, if they don't line up with that, I think they must be ists and phobes and toxic and all this. And gamers are like, look, this is just how I feel about stuff. This is just, you know, this. You asked my opinion. I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm not going to couch it in flowery language for you because of your, you know, overly boo-boo feelings. And I think that's why some women they can't handle that.
Mm.
Or they're megalomaniacs and they want everyone, particularly men, to, you know, bow down and lick their feet. And gamers are like, ain't going to happen, bitch. And good for them.
Mm.
Good for them. I don't think they should. But I'm an egalitarian. I think everybody should be treated with respect. But you got to give that respect to get it back. And if you're not,
they have a right.
I don't care what sex you are. You're not giving that respect. Bye-bye.
That's right.
Oh,
no, I completely agree with that. Whitechapel, good morning.
And on that, I got to go take my son to work. So he's walking in the room looking at me like, hello.
Do you have anything going on really quick you can plug?
Yeah, I'm streaming it too today. I'm going to be streaming it too on my channel.
Guys, make sure you check out Arwen Avalon. She'll be streaming at 2:00 today on her channel.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Have a great day, Arwen.
Love
Take
y'all.
care, Arwen. Love
Bye.
you. Bye. Whitechapel says Sessler just described himself.
Exactly.
They're like gamers that cheat and think they're great. Crack me up.
Hmm.
What do you mean, like cheat? Like competition cheat, or like playing on your own single player cheat? Because I'll single player cheat all the time. It's the wonderful thing about being on a PC.
Well, folks, I prefer playing games on journalist mode so I can, you know, do the story and have a great time. But lots of gamers that I've met with, they want to win. And when they don't win, they get kind of frustrated. So they do speak their mind. If you do make mistakes, they will call you out on it. That's why I always like those gamer rages, because it's very funny to see gamers react to when they get defeated or annoyed. But they'll talk straight. And if you don't like it, well, then gaming may not be for you, especially multiplayer gaming.
Zombie Box review with 5 sterling super chat or super sticker, and it is a Shiba Inu.
Yay!
Number one. Thank you so very much, ZBR brother. You guys keep the fires burning bright here on Valhalla. And this one is just for you. We're going to burn it down this morning. Skull! Daryl says playing online against others. Yeah, no. I used to do the Halo circuit. I'm talking the original Halo circuit back before people were playing online. When you'd have to go to like a
LAN party.
Yeah. Basically, there were places. The place I went to was called Velocity. But basically, they had 8 80-inch TVs with game systems hooked up and couches, and you could go there and play all day. So you could basically rent one of their TVs and one of their game systems, and I think it was like $20 or $30 for the whole day. But what they would have is they'd have free comps where you come in and threw down with random people. So obviously places don't exist like that anymore because you can just get on the internet and do it. Mahogany draws with $5 super chat. What do we always say? These guys couldn't survive a single second in a Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer lobby back in the day. No, they couldn't.
True. Very true.
And it just goes to show you the fake ass people. Adam Sessler's a fake ass bitch. A lot of these people are fake ass little bitches that want you to think they know what they're talking about and they know what they're doing. And they've been there and done that when they haven't done shit. They're lying little bitches who haven't done shit, who rely on other people to do things for them. Thank you so much, Mahogany Draws, for that $5 super chat. You guys keep the fires, and we're going OG this morning with a little dollar. Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Project Cambrian says the only game I'm looking forward to is Space Marine 2. I want my DLC. I want my DLC for Mech Warrior, which comes out in 6 days. I think 6 days on the 26th. And I'm going to get Dead Space. So I found out that you don't have to use Origin or any kind of login service when you buy it on Steam. So I'll pay Steam for it. I want Dead Space. And I've already got Dead Space 2, so I'm not going to worry about pre-ordering. But they better fucking fix Dead Space 2, because Dead Space 2 will not work on modern PCs. They will not work on modern gaming PCs. You have to. Well, it's because they never expected anyone to have more than 4 cores in their CPU, or 6 or 8, whatever it was. So if you've got like an octo core, you've got to disable them to get the damn game to work.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when ping time and internet speed was often the margin of victory.
Yeah, give me an 80s RPG, Final Fantasy. I just went through Final Fantasy 4 and Final Fantasy 6 not too long ago. So, and I just finished playing 7. So 7's not 80s, it's 90s. But yeah, give me an 80s RPG. Yeah, give me Dragon Warrior, which would turn into Dragon Quest. But yeah, to the mechs. Fight for the Free Worlds League. Yeah. Rasalga. Hell yeah. Or Rosselhog, whatever they called it Rosselhog. I always called it Rasalga.
Oh.
So I guess it's Rosselhog because that's what they called it in the trailer. Otherwise, someone didn't say it right. I don't know. Who knows? We're getting out of here, guys. Do you have anything going on you would like to promote before we get out of here?
Well, I'll be making 3 more videos today, folks. All of them suggestion videos. I've already made one video giving my thoughts on a fellow creator by the name of Smokey MCC. He's a great guy. You should check him out. But the next episode of Reality Based will be on Sunday, the 22nd of January at 11 p.m. UK time, and the guest will be Jim Schublom, although that's not how you pronounce his last name. But I can't pronounce his last name very well. I think we're going to have a great conversation. What about you, Dave Bob? Do you have anything coming up?
No, I don't have anything coming up, but I will make a plug for a friend of mine who's got a book coming out sometime here pretty shortly on Amazon and maybe even at Barnes & Noble and some other places. The Blood Witch in hardback edition. Adega Outlaw.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I'm absolutely right there with you. More editions. I don't want one edition. I want all editions. Yes.
My goodness.
Yes. I feel like Ruby Rod, the Fifth Element. I don't want one position. I want all the positions. I want all of the editions of Adega's books.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Indeed.
We're going to have the late show tonight at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be back with Mexican Iron Man. He will be there tonight. But until then, guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. We'll see you guys on the next Mornings of Mischief. Take care, everybody.
Bye for now, folks.
I see you, Six. I see you. You can't hide. We see you. Bye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.